I love the WWE draft. It's shocking, unpredictable, and exciting. Well, it was all of that. You see, WWE changed the concept a little bit. It's way better now. Here's how it works. A SmackDown Live superstar makes his entrance on Monday Night Raw. That's actually it. Creative. Trades. Computer. No. Let's keep it lazy. Simple. Let's keep it simple. In all seriousness, it's actually beyond lazy. I couldn't think of a more lazy idea than a wrestler making his entrance on a different brand, and that's it. Even the commentators were confused. Does that mean that Ricochet is on Monday Night Raw? You're the commentator, you tell me. How am I supposed to know? Cole, honey, you should know more than I do. At least put a graphic on a screen saying that Ricochet has been drafted to Monday Night Raw. And it doesn't even make any sense in kayfabe. Does Triple H benefit from these picks? Shane McMahon? Stephanie? Vince? No. Why would they care? They're all running both shows. So who made the decision, for example, to draft The Miz to Monday Night Raw? It doesn't make any sense at all. The only logical way to make it work is to bring back the computer. Random draft picks. So for example, The Miz versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins the match, he gets a couple of superstars drafted to Monday Night Raw. A couple of random superstars. That actually makes sense. He's fighting for his brand. This was random and they never actually explain why these superstars were drafted. It's beyond lazy. And I'm not saying that the show was bad. I actually enjoyed the show. It was probably like 7, 8 out of 10. I enjoyed myself. I'm just saying that it didn't make any sense. Now, we learned a lot of things from this episode of Monday Night Raw. Things like, wow, Lacey Evans is actually a wrestler and not a model. These two are now called the Viking Experience. I'm not buying it. Have you guys ever heard of the Vladimir Kozlov experience, the best experience you will ever have? That moment when it's Friday and you're wasting 24 hours watching Vladimir Kozlov videos on WWE Network. One can relate. Natalya doesn't wear any underwear, I've just noticed that, actually. And I felt weird. I'm not gonna lie. And that's the biggest thing we actually learned on Monday Night Raw. Natalya has an interesting attire. You know it's a good show when Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon actually opened the show. Yeah, that was sarcasm, by the way. All of a sudden, these two now get along, but unfortunately, Stephanie McMahon forgot to mention her lady balls. Shane McMahon had ring announcer Mike Rome introduce him as best in the world, and the crowd started cheering for CM Punk. Yeah, the guy who left the WWE and doesn't even care anymore. Stephanie McMahon was about to introduce the first superstar coming to Raw. The Miz's song started playing, and he attacked Shane McMahon from behind. So that was the first pick. Now, I gotta be honest. Even though I hate the idea of a random entrance, no graphics, nothing, I think this one was the most creative way to introduce a superstar. He attacked his rival. So it kinda made sense in a way. It was a little bit more creative than just a random entrance. He attacked Shane McMahon. He's now on Monday Night Raw, but I don't necessarily agree with this decision of bringing The Miz to Monday Night Raw. Fun fact, The Miz actually got drafted in every single WWE Superstar Shake-Up. I don't like this decision because for me, The Miz is like the glue of SmackDown Live. But at the end of the day, Monday Night Raw has been boring for a couple of months. So hopefully, The Miz can actually change that a little bit. We got an 8-man tag team match. The Viking Experience and the Revival defeated Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Ricochet, and Aleister Black. It's weird because this crowd really appreciated Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Viking Experience, but they didn't necessarily care for the guys like Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, and that's actually pretty weird because when WWE decided to debut Ricochet and Aleister Black, people didn't care at all. Like, seriously. Complete silence. So, it's shocking how much a city can affect a debut or pretty much anything. Let's be honest, some cities just don't deserve WWE. This was in Canada, by the way. Cedric Alexander is coming to Monday Night Raw. I'm not quite sure if it's actually true, but I think he's the second ever 205 Live superstar that is going to the main roster. First one was Ali, he came to SmackDown Live, And yeah, I think that's a pretty decent decision. I agree with that. It's also pretty interesting how most 205 Live guys or NXT guys came to Monday Night Raw. Aleister Black, Ricochet, both of them are actually going to Monday Night Raw. It's weird because SmackDown Live is the new guys show. So I wonder, who are we going to get on SmackDown Live? I want the Undisputed Era, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Andrade Cien Almas came to Monday Night Raw as he faced the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor in a non-title match. This was pretty fun to watch, I guess, but I'm gonna be honest right here. I love Andrade. He's one of my favorite WWE wrestlers, and I instantly fell in love with his in-ring abilities. People really love Finn Balor. It's been 2-3 years since he's been on the main roster. I still don't get it. His best match was actually against Brock Lesnar in the WWE. I've never seen his New Japan stuff or anything like that, so I'm just talking about the WWE Finn Balor. In my opinion, he's pretty boring. It's the same match every time, and I just don't get it. I'm not gonna say that he's nothing but an entrance, but he's not as good as people are saying. We got some interference from Zelina Vega, and Andrade won the match with a hammerlock DDT. I don't know how I feel about Andrade Cien Almas going to Monday Night Raw. I mean, SmackDown Live is the land of opportunity. He didn't necessarily get that much opportunity on SmackDown Live, even though he's a great wrestler and he deserved at least that United States Championship. So I don't know his chances on Monday Night Raw, but hopefully WWE have some serious plans for Andrade. Elias said that his music is so powerful that it brought back the Doctor of Thugonomics and The Undertaker. Of course, we all knew that he's going to be interrupted by a 205 Live Superstar or a SmackDown Live Superstar. He got interrupted by Rey Mysterio and it was rather disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I expected something more. Rey Mysterio botched a little bit and it felt like he was feeling a bit uncomfortable, but I guess it's pretty good because when Andrade got drafted, I was like, you know what, it's kinda sad that we're not gonna see any more Andrade versus Rey Mysterio matches. Well, we will. Thankfully, we will see these matches. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, glorious and victorious, had an open challenge for nothing, and thankfully the Usos accepted that open challenge. I'm really glad that the Usos are on Monday Night Raw right now because they've achieved everything there is to achieve on SmackDown Live. They held the tag team championships multiple times, and it's pretty shocking that a tag team like the Usos never held Raw tag team championships. So now they have that opportunity, and now they will make the tag team division a little bit more legit. We got a moment of bliss with Sami Zayn, and the crowd was insane. Sami Zayn was manipulating the crowd. It was probably Vince McMahon repeating his theme song. I heard Vince McMahon was having a lot of fun. The crowd was pretty insane in this one, and I assume that Sami Zayn is going to be on Monday Night Raw. Naomi and Bayley defeated the tag team champions, the Iconics, in a non-title match. I'm pretty sure all of you heard about Sasha Banks, and we are going to talk about that on Greatness of Wrestling. But yeah, Naomi is on Monday Night Raw right now. Okay, last time I didn't pee my bed. This time, I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit. That was actually pretty scary, and I am, as a part of the WWE universe, I can admit I was a little bit scared. So, WWE, you got me good. I'm actually sitting with my underwear, not necessarily wet, but there's definitely a couple of drops. Does that mean that Bray Wyatt is going to Monday Night Raw? I don't know. Nobody knows. Michael Cole doesn't know. Okay, this one pissed me off. EC3 versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman buries the crap out of EC3. What is the point of bringing EC3 to Monday Night Raw if you had no plan for him whatsoever? He's beyond buried right now. He's a complete jobber. Kurt Hawkins could defeat EC3 in a 3-minute match. At one point I thought that EC3 is going to be the next face of the WWE. Well, at least we got a face of superstars. My man was released by the WWE, made his name in Impact Wrestling, became the face of Impact Wrestling, came to the WWE, got buried. And don't get me started on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is like the most boring WWE superstar today. At one point I was into him. But now it's the same crap every week, and yeah, I don't care about Braun Strowman. Eric Young has been drafted to Monday Night Raw, and this one is a game changer, people. I believe that WWE, the landscape of WWE is going to change right now because Eric Young, oh boy, Eric Young. Don't get me started on Eric Young. What Eric Young is going, nothing. He's not gonna do anything. Let's move on with the show. Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch defeated Ruby Riott in a non-title match. She won the match. Natalya came out, congratulated Becky Lynch, and she said that she wants that opportunity for Raw Women's Championship. Lacey Evans said the same thing, and what I appreciate about it is that they made it clear that Raw Superstars will be fighting for the Raw Women's title and SmackDown Superstars will be fighting for SmackDown Live Women's title. I love that. I love this idea because I was worried that WWE are going to unify belts. So, good news. Raw Superstars will fight for Raw belt, SmackDown Superstars will fight for the SmackDown belt. So that is actually pretty nice. And most importantly, Natalya doesn't wear any underwear. So this is something you should take into consideration. Top 10 superstars who are not wearing underwear. Just throwing video ideas at you. And I believe a bunch of people want to see Natalya versus Becky Lynch. I think this is the amount of people, and wow, honestly, I can relate. I can relate to this. So unfortunately, Natalya will not face Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. What? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. That was my dream main event in the WWE, and now you've ruined it. And most importantly, in a 6-man tag team match, we found out that AJ Styles has been drafted to Monday Night Raw. Amazing news. I've been saying this for months. AJ Styles, even though we love him on SmackDown Live, AJ Styles has achieved everything there is to achieve and accomplish on SmackDown Live. So it only makes sense for AJ Styles to go to Monday Night Raw. I don't want to see AJ Styles as the WWE Champion anymore. Please no. I've got tired of it. But AJ Styles as the Universal Champion, now that's a completely different story. AJ versus Seth Rollins is a dream match. And I want that. I want that now. Hopefully that's going to be the rivalry that we are going to get. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns won the match against Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. So what is my opinion on the draft picks and the show? The show was pretty nice. I was a bit too generous with 8 out of 10, but it was probably like 7 out of 10. But then again, maybe not, like 6.5 or something like that, because at the end of the day, it was really lazy. Beyond lazy. I don't necessarily agree with draft picks like The Miz, but I'm glad that the Usos and AJ Styles are going to Monday Night Raw because these were two most important picks. They've been on SmackDown from the start. Now they're on Raw, and this way it's gonna be good for Raw, for SmackDown, and for their careers. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to click that like button, leave a comment. Do you agree with WWE's draft picks? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow on the review of Superstar Shake-Up SmackDown Live version. Great one, peace, love, and hugs.